All right. Welcome to today's cool stream. I'm your host, The Shadow. Hold on, let me get this update real quick. The Shadow needs his update. There's a reason for everything I'm doing today. Okay. This is Asura's Wrath for the Xbox 360, also released on PC. Came out in 2011, I think. To little to no fanfare. It was a bit controversial because it had a shit ton of... Oh, fuck! Because it had... Hold on. Well, let's fix this. I knew that would happen. I've been fiddling with this thing. I just need to zip tie it. Gravity. What can you do? So, this game had a lot of controversy because I think a quarter of it was locked behind DLC. And there was like even a mission where Asura faces off against Akuma and Ryu from Street Fighter. I picked this up for $6, so I'm not complaining. Alright, let's adjust some audio here. Howdy, Max. Have I picked up the DLC? No, I haven't. I said PS3. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, it came out on PS3 and 360. Let me correct the record. This is the 360 version you're seeing. I installed it to my hard drive. I don't know what difference that'll make. Hey, what up, Leonardo? Well, happy birthday to your dad. You can watch this later if you want to. There it is, checking for the DLC. So yeah, it's like, hey, buy all these episodes before I even get to start the game. That is a little stupid. Oh my god. I would have bought the Game of the Year edition, but it doesn't exist. Alright, what do we got here? Extras? Let's see what they have. I've already unlocked illustrations and stuff. Cool. Oh. What a cool collection. Oh my god. Oh, there is some stuff here. We got all the promo trailers. That's cool. I like all the TGS stuff. Usually they have like the beta versions included. Change the life or burst gauges with various effects. Default gauge. Oh, that's neat. Customized bumpers? What? Seems like there's a lot of unlockables. Okay. Okay, so are these loading screens? Sure. I'll take those. Yes, let's do it. So yeah, Asura's Wrath, it was like, I think it's like a rail shooter, kind of like Panzer Dragoon, if I remember. I played this back when the demo launched on the PS3 store, and I liked it. I thought it was crazy, but then I also got swept up in that, oh, well, a lot of the game's locked behind DLCs. So I picked this game up for like $6. It's no big deal. If I have to buy DLC later on, I wouldn't be mad. If it all rounds out to $20, I'll be all right with it. I'd rather have it on a disc, but I doubt Capcom's going to release it all on one disc. And if they do, well then, I'll be proven wrong. We're going to try on easy mode because I don't know how to play. And I'm a scrub. So, welcome to Hikikomori Cool Stream. If this is your first time, I'm your host, Miles. Also known as The Shadow. The Shadow. I'm actually wearing this for a reason. One, it's cold in my office. And two, these Danganronpa headphones that I got with V3 cut off the circulation of my brain. They look like some clockwork orange torture device. Like, watch this. Like, look how they snap on your head. There's just so much tension in them. So, in order to protect the cartilage on my face, I'm wearing this hoodie until I can find my original headphones. Max says there are 2.5 episodes, essentially anime 7 minutes long segments with QTEs. They are marvelous to look at. The controversial part 4 episodes set with a proper ending, and 2 joke fighting episodes. Okay, so there's like just 2 little mini movies and then the true finale to the game. That's like some Final Fantasy 13-2 stuff going down. Oh, I'm in the game. Oh, this is great. It is like Panzer Dragoon. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, this is the first time I've sat down to play the real game. Oh, I've got a rapid fire too. I love Panzer Dragoon, so this is a welcome treat. Maxie borrowed them through PSN. Oh, I missed that QTE. Don't read the chat. Goma laser. I'm about to hack my PS3 so I can play all these Japanese games I missed out on. I mean, I own probably thousands of dollars worth of shit on PSN. I have zero guilt about it. And you can unlock like some more PS2 backwards compatibility. That's primarily what I'm going to do it for. I have a fat model. I have like an original fat model, a second-gen fat model, and then I have a slim. Not a super slim, but the regular one. I'm thinking about just hacking my regular old slim because the Blu-ray disc drive on that one, I have to smack it to get it to work. So I might as well just hack it and just put my library, just install it on there. Oh, this is a QTE game, man. This is great, but also weird. You can check the snacks I'm eating down below in the description. I've posted all the details, so you can eat along with me. So is this just like one long movie? Like one unstopping movie? So I have to watch it as I go along to participate in it? It's the older Slim, not the Super Slim. But I heard they just released a hack that you can mod all PS3s. There's already a bunch of games that don't exist anymore because they've been pulled from PSN, like the Scott Pilgrim game. Luckily, I bought it when it came out, but I heard that you can't get it anymore. And, like, for a while, only GameStop was, like, selling the cards. So if you had, like, a download card, you could buy it. So I think if you already own the game, you can play it. But the Scott Pilgrim game is great. I bet as time goes on, we're just going to see the eventual closure of the PS3 network, the PS3 store. Like, the Vita is just at death's door. I'm surprised it's not. But they're still selling games. So I wonder what they're going to do with, like, the PSP library, too. Because Sony, like, the PSP has a phenomenal library. There's some great games that haven't been ported to any other platform. So the only way you can play them is, like, through your PSP, Vita, or Vita TV. I mean, or emulator. The emulator's fine, but, I mean, I'd like to be able to play some games like Crisis Core up on my PS4, but who knows? So far, this is a pretty cool movie, but I'm only watching for QTEs now. I don't feel as invested. Hopefully it gets a little more engaging. I mean, it's cool, but it's also not letting me play. That Lost Planet Japan exclusive game looks great. There's an exclusive Lost Planet game to Japan? I love Lost Planet. I think I played the first one on 360. I don't know, it had the right blend of third-person shooter and mech combat. It was very cheesy, the first one was. And then I think, like, they tried to westernize it for the next two by making it more semi-serious, especially Lost Planet 3. I'd be happy with a compilation of that. I gotta give it to this game. Cool shit is happening all the time. I feel like Platinum Games makes a lot of games like this, only they let you play more of it. Metal Gear Rising has a lot of moments like these. Minimal version on your Slim. If it's less than 3.56, you're good to go. Yeah, I have two PlayStation 3s that are below that. I'm not sure about my regular Slim, though. My two Fats are below that firmware. So they should be good to go. I just need to deck them out with a better hard drive, because I've been swapping the hard drive across the 3 different PlayStations. All Fats are good to go. That's awesome. Yeah, I have my backwards compatibility Fat that I bought from Goodwill for like $10 because they were gonna throw it away. And I was like, what's wrong with it? They're like, we can't get a video signal. So I did a factory reset on the console wherever it cycles through all the presets. I hooked it up through like Composite, and then I just reset it to HDMI. So I have an original Fat model backwards compatibility, and it works just fine. It runs a little hot, but I never really use it because I'd rather play on PS2 and not risk killing it. Oh, you cannot skip anything. Oh boy. You're in it to win it. I think there's another game that came out around this time that was similar in the sense, like where it dealt with gods waging wars against each other. El Shaddai. I enjoyed that. Visually, it's trippy and weird and fun, but it's like a basic brawler. The blocking and parrying system is strange, but like the further you get into it, I think the better it becomes, but I don't think many people would get past the first couple of stages. Might be turned off by the weirdness, but I really liked El Shaddai. All right. Hopefully the rest of the game isn't like the prologue here. Almond Crush Pocky. Make sure you're eating the same snack. You got to be eating the same snack to participate in the stream. It's a new like YouTube 4th degree vicarious stream, okay? Those snacks better have soy, says Anthony Birch. After this whole soy meme has been going around, apparently it's been going around a lot longer than I thought it has. Like Katy Perry was making soy boy jokes before whatever this phenomenon is right now with Soylent and femboys like me. But I was looking at my products, and it's weird because, like, once something enters your consciousness and you're aware of it, it just, like, sticks out to you. Like, I bought a new car, and all I'm seeing on the road are cars that are similar to mine. Like, I would never pay attention to them before. That shit's happened to me with soy now. Like, every fucking thing I've picked up at the grocery store, I'm scanning the ingredients for soy. I'll tell you what. The damage has been done. I've already submitted to the fact that I probably consumed 90% soy products in my American-based diet. It would explain the lactation and the vagina I have growing under my taint. I'm done for. I'm done for, guys. But my speedrunning skills have improved. Oh, shit. Good thing those QTs wait for me. Everything in America is made with soy and corn. There's fluoride in our water. All of our frogs are gay. And you know what? It's all I know. It's all I've known. God bless it. Oh, I missed that QT. Oh. It's got like a Lost Odyssey circle ring thing going on in that QTE. So far, it looks cool, but I feel like I'm having minimal impact on the things going on the screen. So I'm starting to check out. Anytime now. Anytime now. Let me play the game. Alright, now with all this free time, let's read the ingredients on Frosted Flakes. Ingredients. Milled corn. Sugar contains 2% or less malt flavor. It's got vitamins and minerals. Okay, some good stuff on there. Let's see if there's how much soy is in here. I know there's some soy up in these Frosted Flakes. No. Cut weight. Contains traces of soybeans. Right there. Right there. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and soy. The unholy trinity. All converge into Tony the Tiger's face. Hello, Tristan Bishop. I don't know about these pockies. The box is in the other room. I guarantee these pockies have soy in them. My voice cracked at the right time. Soy! Look, I got an S rank for my time, even though that was an auto scroller. The whole thing was predetermined. The whole game's a video. Sure. Sure. Everything's good. I guess my sync rate is my QTEs, battle points, stuff I've destroyed. That whole entire episode, there was maybe 4 total minutes or less of things I got to do. But as you could see, I was speedier this time around. Short interludes in between episodes are displayed to further explain the story. Why not have these instead of all the cutscenes? Oh, I can skip these. Good. Yes, let's proceed.
Priestess Mithra lent her power to the Shinkoku army, and all of Gaia rejoiced at the victory over Vlitra. But this time of celebration did not last, for in the shadows of victory, the wheels of betrayal had already been set in motion, one that would shake the very foundation of Shinkoku.
All right, let's do this. Go to the next episode. It is part of a balanced tiki breakfast. I do eat a lot of pocky because the Walmart, every grocery store has now caught on to this pocky and Asian culture trend, so you can get it anywhere around here. Used to be you could only get it at cons. But even like green tea Kit Kats, I see them at some of the Asian grocers nearby. Not as crazy as they used to be.
Asura.
Damn, you did good, Asura. You let your daughter wear makeup like that?
General Asura, the Emperor summons you. He awaits your presence in the throne room.
I wonder if he's going to present you with a medal for defeating Vlitra. She's right. You mustn't keep the Emperor waiting.
All right.
Is that Papa Near? Oh, I can fast forward? No? Oh. Oh. Part 1, suffering. Okay. Let's play. Now I'm on episode 2. Okay. Moving right along.
It wasn't me. Silence! Enough of your lies! I shall purify the likes of you myself. Damn you.
Was Asura ever in Marvel vs. Capcom? He should be. What did I just do? Okay. Oh, I can aim it. That's kind of cool. All right. It's starting to get somewhere now. Liam O'Brien. Okay. I've heard that name before. I did it. All right. I can't read that, Asura's Wrath. I know they've had so many different versions of Marvel vs. Capcom that it's hard for me to keep up. I just know I avoided Infinite like the plague, and I played Capcom 3 when it came out, and I was already like waiting on the Ultimate Edition to include Jill and Shuma Gorath before I bought it, and then I never bought it. There's something about modern fighting games, like, I guess I grew up during a generation where you bought a fighting game and that was the final roster for a while. Maybe not in the Street Fighter camp, but for the most part, like, there's only usually one game or two per generation as far as, like, some of the more offbeat fighting games, like Darkstalkers. I was always a big fan of the Night Warriors and stuff. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had, like, already an insane roster that you would have to unlock, but I mean, they didn't just start re-releasing it 100 times. Or season passes and all that. You don't get it. The whole point is to mimic anime series structure. There's 80% cutscenes and 20% arena gameplay. I actually don't treat this as a game, but an Unreal 3 tech demo on consoles. Oh, this was Unreal 3? That's the same engine that Shadows of the Damned uses. Well, I didn't get it because I thought it was going to be like a rail shooter. And I was wrong. I guess I'm going through 80% of the game now. I'm confused. This can't be the whole thing, can it? All right. The whole stage, it took me 1 minute and 13 seconds to beat it, and that wasn't fast enough for the game. Apparently you could do it a lot faster. I'm unlocking all this like trivial shit. I got 80% of the QTs, getting better. This is gonna be a speed run. Because who wants to watch cutscenes on a stream, you know? I just want to keep things entertaining.
Labeled a traitor.
Who would win, Kratos or Asura? They're trying to... Okay, so the new God of War, it seems like Kratos is going to be more grounded and more like Joel from The Last of Us. Maybe they might strip away his power. That's just a potential prediction. Seems like they want to weaken him a little bit more for this new one. So, old Kratos versus Asura. I'd say God of War 2 Kratos, or 3, could definitely take on Asura, but I really don't know the extent of Asura's powers at all. It seems like he has everything. He can fly, he can shoot 1,000 fists, he's got glowing eyes. That's a pretty big advantage. Tristan, you hope Kratos dies early, and on the way we play as the kid as he ages. You know what? That's probably something they're going to pull. That sounds like a very accurate prediction. I'm not going to buy the new God of War, but I'll definitely rent it, because I have a feeling that the cinematic side of things might be prevalent, or the biggest feature. Not full-on The Order 1886, but like maybe a fine line between The Last of Us and The Order 1886. I don't know what the kid's name is in God of War 4. His name's Loki? Or Thor, for real? I heard that this one's going to be focused on Norse mythology versus Greek mythology, Greek and Roman mythology. And I've always found Norse mythology to be very interesting. I like Greek and Roman mythology too, though. Greek and Roman mythology, I mean, it's not like Disney's Hercules. All of the gods were backstabbing adulterers that ate babies and raped Hestia. That's Greek mythology in a nutshell. Norse mythology, brutal. Just straight up warriors' tales. But Greek and Roman mythology, all conniving backstabbers. Perform a heavy attack. So I gotta build up that gauge. Oh, I overheat? Okay. The lock-on's a little strange for that. Maybe I need to be hitting LB. You guys ever play that game on PS3 called Heavenly Sword? I felt like Sony had big plans for that, and they just never came to fruition. I mean, I liked it when I played it, but the 6-axis stuff kind of ruined it. And then, like, I don't know, a year later, they patched that out. But they have a Heavenly Sword movie that just came out of nowhere. It was completely forgotten about. And I think the lead chick from Heavenly Sword is in that PlayStation All-Stars game, which I liked. I thought it was pretty cool. And then that franchise also just straight up died. And it makes me sad because I think it definitely had potential for a follow-up. I mean, it's not as, I don't know, tournament ready or party ready as Smash is. Like, anyone can pick up and play Smash, but that PlayStation All-Stars game, like, you gotta explain to people about these special moves and collecting all the electric dots and stuff. I mean, I think the downfall is, like, if you're gonna copy Smash, at least fully commit to it. Like, don't try and dress it up with these, like, special move stock depleting things. Like, I didn't like the rule set at all. Hold on, I'm getting a call. You guys want to hear my ringtone? Hold on a sec. Hey, what's up? Alright, cool. I'm just streaming right now. Can you call back real quick so everyone can hear my ringtone? I want everyone to hear my ringtone. Just so they can hear my ringtone, okay? Just give me like 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds and call back, okay? Alright. You guys are gonna hear my ringtone here. I hope you like this. Come on. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you soon. All right, bye. That's my ringtone. When I'm out in public, that's what people hear when they see me on my phone. They're like, that man is a man of high caliber tastes. He's got good taste in games. I got the promotion. I am rank 27 assassin now. Oh, I gotta get hit by an enemy? Okay. Hit me. Please hit me. Please hit me. Please hit me. Thank you. Oh, I gotta hit Y. Whenever that glowing spot's above his body. You got the Heaven Smiles laugh as a ringtone? Now that's crazy. My wallpaper is Travis from Travis Strikes Again. That little promotional art where he's showing off his t-shirt. Oh, this is cool. I'll have to sit down and play this all the way through and watch the cutscenes one day. Press the correct on-screen prompt. Oh, great. I wonder if the audio mix will be eventually fixed in the Killer 7 remaster. I have full faith that they'll do their very best with that one. I mean, the 25th Ward was a fantastic remaster. I mean, it's probably the best you could hope for from a game that was ported from a cell phone over a decade ago. I like it even more than the Silver Case as far as functionality, and the story's pretty good too, but I consider them like one sort of disjointed storyline carried across 4 games, and maybe more if you count all the illusions. But yeah, I was really impressed, and it seems like they were practicing for the Killer 7 remaster and the 25th Ward with the movement system. That's what I instantly thought of when I streamed it. I was like, oh shit. Right before that, like probably a few days before they announced it. But I haven't seen any solid proof that it's coming. I know Suda's been talking about it for years, that he's wanted to do it. And I assume it's gonna happen because Let It Die is getting a Killer 7 DLC. So I hope so. I will definitely be out there buying it for sure. I'll play through it on Killer 8 mode and everything. Well, the 25th Ward is a remake. Okay, I'll give it that. But it's like, you call it a remaster because there's like, those words are interchangeable in my mind. I guess it's more than just an HD remaster, though. You're definitely right about that. I mean, it's like the new Shadow of the Colossus. Is it a full-on remake? Is it a remaster? Is it a little bit of both? The groundwork was in place, but yeah. Plus, they added additional chapters to 25th Ward, so it's pretty much a fully brand new game. I think it's great, though. I hope this just continues the trend, though. Like, Grasshopper continues to bring their games to a newer generation. What's strange to think, though, is that there's going to be some kids out there that their first exposure to Grasshoppers either going to be this Killer 7 remaster or the Silver Case or 25th Ward if they just stumble upon it. Like, I don't know. My mom used to, like, buy me weird games when I was a kid. Just something that she thought looked cool. So I got exposed to a lot of weird stuff early on. I imagine that some kid out there, that his first Grasshopper game is going to be the Silver Case. There's so many different weird entry points that you could become a fan of. Like, I know a lot of people's first game was No More Heroes. And then some were like Lollipop Chainsaw or Shadows. I mean, they got a lot of different genres and systems that they've been featured on. The first game I ever played by them was Killer 7, but the first one I enjoyed was No More Heroes. And then I went back and I loved Killer 7, but I played it again as an adult. Okay, let's wait for him to attack, see if I can parry. Okay. Maybe there's some prompt for the parry. Pressing Y at the exact moment of impact increases your synchronic rate with Asura. I did it! Oh shit! I nailed it. That was cool. What do you think the guy whose first Grasshopper game was Frog Minutes is like? I think he's like, what do they call those? Insect, like, experts out there? I bet somebody who's really into bugs might like Frog Minutes. Or frogs, for that matter. You like bugs, you like frogs, that's the game for you. Yeah, I love all the weird little things I've been finding out about Grasshopper over the past couple of years. I got some even weirder stuff. If you thought that 25th Ward video was on, there's more to come. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. Wow. I gotta say, this game has done a little bit of a 180 in my mind. Maybe it's because I'm able to play a little bit more of it. It's like a strange arena-based, like, what do they call this? Like a battle coliseum that you would unlock in another game? And cutscenes. I mean, as much as I dog on this, Metal Gear Rising is one of my favorite games of all time. And, I mean, it's kind of structured, I don't know. It's very cinematic. There's a lot of QTs in it. But there's also a really deep parrying mechanic tucked away in there. And one of the most phenomenal fucking soundtracks of all time. I know it came out for Steam. I need to pick it up on Steam. I mean, you can run Metal Gear Rising on some low-end systems for sure. I probably wouldn't have any problem on mine. But I would really like Metal Gear Rising on PS4. I'm surprised Konami hasn't done more ports of their games. Because you know they're not developing much of anything anymore. So they might as well just port some of their old shit. God damn it. I need to buy a new microphone arm. I barely touch it. Okay. Skip the entire climbing sequence. I'd love it if Konami ported the PS2 Contra games like on an HD collection. There's also some pretty good Castlevania games. They're like not the best in the world because they're the 3D ones. Like, what is it? Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness. Those were fun though. I enjoyed them. They're not as good as the 2D ones, but still decent ones. I liked it better than Lords of Shadow. But to be fair, I didn't give Lords of Shadow much of a chance. I think I made it up to like this ice golem or something like that. And I was like, I don't want to do this. They like incorporated a Shadow of the Colossus boss fight in Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and I was like, what am I doing? How did this get in here? Anthony Birch Fan Club, I think one of my Discord members really likes Metal Gear Survive, and he says it gets better the deeper you get into it, but I just have no motivation to give Konami my money. But I mean, you know, if you like Metal Gear and you're willing to look past all of it, I'm sure it's a fine game. But I mean, it didn't have anything that drew me to it like Metal Gear draws me to it. It looks more like a Fortnite type of game. And I heard Masahiro Ito worked on Metal Gear Survive, the guy who designed Silent Hill monsters and stuff, which is cool. So it can't be all bad. Let's see. Max says they made Silent Hill 2 through 4 HD collection. No, I don't even want to get into that. Metal Gear 1 through 2 PC ports. Well, they hired Blue Point to do the Metal Gear collection, Legacy collection, which has like 2, 3, and Peace Walker, and then you could get the one that had 1 and 4 on it. And the Blue Point remasters were great. But Blue Point is kind of like doing their own thing now. I think they're focused more on remaking games. I wonder what they're going to do next, though. I know what it's definitely not going to be. It's not going to be Okami. Okami has been released 800 times now. They're not going to release Okami again. Blue Point is not going to touch it. They're not going to remake it. They will continually release that for all of eternity. The closest thing to a remake it got was this weird little sequel on the DS called Okamiden, which was basically a downscaled, like a demake. Basically told the same story. But Okamiden is quite impressive for the DS. I knew you weren't talking about Silent Hill HD. I know about the PC ports. It just came to mind. Yeah, the PC ports are fine if you use the hacks on them. You can make them look HD. Just a pain in the ass to get all set up. I know Hex... all right, Max, I know this stuff. I know Hexadrive made Okami. I'm just saying, like, Blue Point, they take on other people's properties, and then they either HD remaster them or remake them. King Faso, Okami is not popular in Japan? Really? You know, that doesn't surprise me as much because there's a lot of franchises like that that they catch steam over here. Like even Killer 7's that case. Just caught wind over here and then sold like gangbusters and then either became popular retroactively in Japan or just worldwide in general. It's easy to, like, pigeonhole the American and European and just Western markets in general as just being, like, Call of Duty centric and sports centric and stuff like that. But truly, we also make up a great population, a great amount of the numbers when it comes to the sales of Japanese games. I mean, I don't know, since I started playing games, I was like 2 or 3 years old. Most all the games I ever played were Japanese developed, like on the NES and stuff, you know? The only American games I played at the time were Atari developed, you know? It wasn't until, like, recently, like within the last decade, that there are some big Western powerhouses to come out. I mean, like, EA's always been one of them. But there was a period of time where the golden age was driven on by Japanese developers. So, like, you have this weird subset of adults like me that just have a hankering for Japanese games because it's either the styling, the gameplay, the bizarre ideas, that sort of thing, you know? Just... there's just something about the style and the ambition of Japanese developers that I respect so much. They tend not to play it as safely. Unless you're Konami, then they play it safely. Hey, Red Goo, what was your question, man? I'm not dodging your question. Throw it at me. What's your question? Hey, King Fossil, the Gianna Sisters was like the Super Mario Brothers back on the PC. Gianna Sisters is great. I like Gianna Sisters 1 better than I like the original Mario Brothers, just because it has I don't know, a bit more style and weirdness to it. Will we get an anus reveal at 1 million? Shit, I will reveal it at 10,000. We don't even have to get up to 1 milli. There are people that have revealed their anus for much less, okay? And I'm one of those guys. You can kind of see my butthole in one of the videos accidentally, and I left it in there. If you go back and watch my very Yakuza Christmas video, there's this scene where Corsi Claus is coming in through the window, and I didn't want to make Jarrett fall through my window, so I told him I'd do the stunt. So we swapped clothes, and as I was falling backwards through the window, my fucking, like, pants got caught in my shoes, and my ass just hung out. It hung out, and I just left it in there, and nobody ever said anything, so you can see my ass in one of the videos. True story. Hey, what up, Janix? Janix _ How are you doing, friend? Thanks for stopping by. Get all the QTs. You're still waiting for Austin's game Ninja Tears? Yeah, he's been real quiet on it. I tried following him up on Steam, I want to say about a year ago. And I was trying to check in on him to see, like, if he was still working in RPG Maker. And he I don't know if he blocked me or if he just, like, blocked people from adding him. He probably blocked people from adding him because I bet there's a lot of crazy Lisa fans out there that were stalking him. But, yeah, like me. So I couldn't check in on him to see if he was still working on it. And I think he didn't delete his Twitter, but he just doesn't do anything on it. So there's like a few scenarios. He's either well in development of the game and he's just devoting all of his attention to it, which is a good thing. He's not working on it, or he's using a new engine. But I presume he's going to be using RPG Maker. From what I know, he just taught himself to use RPG Maker, so I think that's the extent of his development experience, or at least engines are. But honestly, he could hire somebody. I bet he could hire somebody to code for him, as long as he still like wrote the storyline and was in charge of the art or something. I'd be happy with that. But it's all been quiet on the Dingling front for about a good 2 years. No, about a year and some change, because like the last thing I heard of him, he like had like a Trump meltdown. He had a Trump meltdown. He apologized for it, and then he was just like, all right, peace out. I'm going to be working on Ninja Tears. And that's respectable. I mean, like, I think we all have our moments where we just like freak out about something, and, you know, I'm not going to dog on him. He's a really talented dude. He's going through some hard times for sure. So yeah, I hope he continues on. I'd love to see Lisa on a console, but I don't know what company would allow a game like that outside of PC. It would be perfect on Vita or something. I'd buy it on Switch. Lisa Trilogy. Even the fan games. All right.
No soul shall fall into the hands of the
Playism, yeah, they would probably do that. We'd have to also see, like, the progenitors, like Yume Nikki. Yume Nikki needs to make it over onto a console. Oh, we can tell him to shut up. Sweet. Thank you. More games need a shut up button. Mass Effect has something like that. In Mass Effect 2, you can go renegade and just straight up shoot people or push them through the windows. I respected that so much. If you just hated somebody, you're like, I'm not even going to listen to what you got to say. Blame. Yeah! By the way, did you guys check out the thumbnail for this video? If you get a moment, check out the thumbnail. I think you'll appreciate it. Oh. You know what? I think this is the guy from the demo. If he's the one who turns into that humongous, like, universe fat guy, I think this is the guy who I fought. Hey, BioPhoenix in the stream. Go check out his channel. That dude is always making videos. I respect his work ethic. This makes you want to play God Hand? Captain Psychopath, he's working on a God Hand review that's going to be out today. He told me it's going to be out today. And if he doesn't put it out today, you can be disappointed in him. He's been working on it for a bit, but God Hand is fantastic. I streamed it once for you guys. There should be a God Hand stream up on the channel. Some hilarious stuff went down. My freshman year of college, God Hand came out, and it was like during a break, and I didn't have a car, so I couldn't go home. So I rented God Hand, and for that entire break, all I did was play God Hand just over and over again. And all my roommates would come by, and they're like, what is this game? It's like, I'm the motherfucking Fist of the North Star, bitch. Yep, this is from the demo. The closest that God Hand got a port was on the PS3, but it was just like a PlayStation 2 Classics version. Once again, that's also a part of Clover Studios. Like, they have the Okami HD out. Why not God Hand? Because it's from the PS2. All the great, weird games on the PS2, a lot of them just got left there. Or they got milked to shit and back. Like, Katamari Damacy, like, I consider We Love Katamari to be the final Katamari game because every single port of Katamari afterwards is derivative of We Love Katamari. It's just an HD, like the what is it? Katamari Forever, Beautiful Katamari. It's the same stuff. I think even the creator disowned him. Now, Nobi Nobi Boy is different, but it's not necessarily fun, but it's a cool experiment. Let's do this. Use the left stick to drag the reticle. Press Y to release all blasts. The more lock-ons you have... Yep. Yeah. I gotta stream Metal Gear Rising for you guys sometime. Burst. There's a moment like this in Final Fantasy 15. Rip. Mr. Mosquito HD win. Oh, I can tell him to shut up again. Nice. I love the shut up button. Channeling my spirit bomb. Mr. Mosquito was great. I beat it on stream. I want to get Mr. Mosquito 2. I still need to pick it up. That's definitely a game that, it's an acquired taste, for sure. Oh, shit. Oh, I can throw the missiles back. Okay. Sure. I'll have another. Just throw them all back. I'm digging it. Yeah, we live in such a time where not hyped about the actual fact of Yakuza's localization. Okay, when I started my channel, it was right around the time Yakuza 3 came out, and there was uncertainty about Yakuza 4, and then there was also uncertainty like the next... in the same year, there was uncertainty about Yakuza 5 and Ishin and Kiwami and Black Panther and all that. So I made the Gaijin of Dojima, like, partially as a joke and then, like, partially as my real sadness about Yakuza not getting localized, or at least proper localizations where shit isn't all cut out. And then, now it's like every year... Post the PlayStation 3, every Yakuza game's getting localized, and it's getting a physical copy, and it's getting, like, 2 remasters, you know, with, like, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I wish Yakuza 5 would have gotten an English physical release. I have the Japanese one. But I would love to see a remaster for it for the PS4, because I think Yakuza 5 is, bar none, the craziest in the series. Tosh Nagosh didn't give one fuck. He's like, dance off, like, idle dance-offs in the streets? Throw it in there. Daytona, taxi driver race car levels? Why not? Throw it in there. Fucking icy sidewalks, ramen delivery, side missions? Why not? Having Seijima punch out a goddamn bear? Snowmobile races? Hunting? Slot car derbies? Yeah, I played the Ishin demo. It's pretty good. But I really love Yakuza 5. It has everything. I think I like the atmosphere of 3, like the beach-like Sonatine inspiration it had. Like, Yakuza 3 is basically Sonatine. Yakuza 4, Akiyama, like the introduction of him, one of my favorite characters in the series. Overall, it had a decent amount of content, 4 good stories, but 5 just does everything. They threw in everything into 5. And 6 is just on the way. For some people, they have the full game because they downloaded the demo, and I missed the demo by an hour because when I went to check in, they pulled it because some people just have the full fucking game, and that just blows my mind that they would make such a big mistake like that. It just blows my mind. It's a good mistake for the gamer, I guess. Kiwami's pretty good too. I enjoyed it. I think Zero's insane. Zero's like more like a modern generation River City Ransom when where you're beating people up and money's just flying everywhere. The cutscenes are all kind of like animated stills, but it just gets straight to the point. Yakuza 0 is fast and furious. The worst in the series is Yakuza Dead Souls. I don't think I've been ever... Like, I don't understand how that one got a release, but not Ishin or Kenzan. You're going to get Yakuza 1 and 2 on the Wii U at some point? Yeah, I considered importing that, but that was before the days of Wii U soft modding. So I couldn't even play it unless I had a Japanese Wii U, but now I can play it. Has somebody translated Black Panther yet on the PSP? I heard that has kind of a God hand quality about it to wherever you can customize your movesets, which I thought was interesting. Lift up that finger. No, the next Yakuza game I'm getting is Yakuza 6. My girlfriend bought it for me for Christmas. Apparently there's this version of it that comes with a Yakuza 6 shot glass. And I'm totally going to be drinking some Mr. Pibb out of that motherfucker. That's what's going on in my life. I'm starting to sweat. Take off the hoodie. Sorry, ears. What's that new Fist of the North Star game made by the Yakuza team? Is that just coming out for Vita?
Why are you here, Asura? Do you even know what you want? You have already failed once at living.
To be continued. It's coming out for PS4 as well. I saw, I think it was a commercial. They were advertising the Vita in Japan to be I guess, okay, so the PS4 has this ability to remote play. You can beam your video signal to your Vita and do a remote play, just play your PS4 games so long as you're like within the vicinity or on the same network as your PS4. And I do it all the time. I do it when I'm playing like a grindy RPG or like a visual novel. For example, the 25th Ward, the only way you can play it on the Vita is by doing remote play. So I saw a commercial where they were showing off the new Fist of the North Star game that was made by the Yakuza guys. But they were playing it on the Vita, and I guess I only saw like a bit of it. It's like on a 4chan thread or something. And I saw a bit of it, and I guess I didn't make the connection that the guys were playing it on their PS4 and beaming it to their Vita. So I don't think there's a Vita version then. Taga Murtan, I do not have the DLC. I just picked up this game. I will be getting it, maybe. You can stream the PC version of the Silver Case on a Vita through Moonbright Homebrew? Really? Hey, Random Utility, long time no see. I bet you could also like stream the Silver Case to like an Nvidia Shield or something. Or a Steam Link. Some way. Get the DLC real ending? Yeah. I'm fine without it for right now. I'll have to actually sit down and seriously play through this game and take in the whole story and all the cutscenes and stuff. Right now, I'm just dicking around. Just skipping through it all. It sounds pretty cool, though. Like, I do like story-centric games. I just reviewed one. But for a live stream, it's like you don't want to live stream a visual novel, and you don't want to like live stream something like Metal Gear Solid 4 and watch the entire cutscenes. People would turn that shit off, unless they haven't played Metal Gear 4 in a while, or ever. But oh, I've got new arms. Oh, foot mode. All right, I'm digging this. I feel like I'm missing some important context here to why I don't have arms, but you know what? Who cares? Let's do this. I'm digging this, like, Wild Arms spaghetti western theme song going on. Now that's a game I need to get back into. It's hard to go back and play the original Wild Arms. It's a bit clunky in areas. The translation's a bit wonky too. But overall, I love Wild Arms. I've always wanted to play Alter Code F, which is a remake for the PS2, but it's hella expensive anywhere I've looked at it. It's at least $60 every time I try and pick it up. Liam O'Brien is the shit. Ooh. Random says, I would watch you stream Metal Gear Solid 4 if you were playing that. The last time I played Metal Gear Solid 4, it was like 3 years after the game released. For some reason, they updated it. I think it was because of the Legacy Collection. They updated it with trophies. So I went through it and just got a bunch of the trophies for fun. And I got like the Boktai gun and all that shit. I like the cutscenes and stuff in Metal Gear Solid 4, but like playing with company around or something, it's like, it's hard enough as it is to comprehend the entire storyline across all the games, but to explain it to somebody who knows nothing about Metal Gear as it's going on, it's like, okay, so you might need some context here on why this vampire's name is Vamp. It's not actually because he drinks blood. I mean, that's part of it, but he got this nickname in the Dead Cell military because he's bi. He's played by Samurai Jack, and he just so happens to have nanomachines that heal his bullet wounds, okay? Wait, did I lose you? Oh, okay, please don't run away. It gets better. This is pretty sweet. I hit that one way too soon. I think Vamp and Fortune had a relationship at one point. I didn't think Vamp was full-on gay. I don't think so. I'll have to go back and read the entire Metal Gear Solid 4 database again. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, Hiki, can you too long didn't read the story of this game? Gods are battling. There's good gods and bad gods. You play as a good god. Somebody fucks with your daughter. And now you're on a quest for revenge. That's the simplest way I can describe it. End of part 1. I didn't do my best on that one. I was a little too early on a couple QTs. I still don't understand. He's mechanical too. Vamp has nanomachines in his body, which is why in a cutscene he gets like, I think somebody shooting a gun. Raiden reflects that bullet off of his sword, and it hits Vamp square in the head, and then he's able to recover from that. And the same nanomachines are present in Naomi, because she had cancer at one point, and they injected nanomachines into her that constantly fight the cancer, therefore turning her immortal. Snake has older nanomachines in him, which I guess were deactivated at some point, either due to Fox die or something, which is why... Or no, he had like Fox die, which aged him rapidly, and he also had older nanomachines. And Raiden, on the other hand, has an artificial body that's filled with artificial blood, which is like white cum, but that keeps him alive and able to rip off his limbs and stuff like that. And it's the same artificial blood that's in Police Knots that's used by the main antagonist. And there is a solid link between Police Knots and Metal Gear Solid 4 because of the white artificial blood. Anyway, Asura's Wrath. Also, nanomachines. Oh, Asura's mechanical? Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
In one slash, Yasha mercilessly splits Asura in two. Asura finds himself...
As I said, anytime I try to explain Metal Gear Solid 4, it's just like fragments of things that I remember happening and no coherent thread to tie them all together. I think Kojima built a database so he could keep up with it. This game just turned into Blood Will Tell. These are magma gorillas. They came out of a volcano. It's subtly a sequel to the movie Congo. This takes place just after. Dim frames, though. Went down to like 5 frames per second there. Sure. This kind of has a Dragon Ball thing about it. It's like, you can die, and then, like, train across Dragon Road, and then pick up a few Sensu beans, and you'll be good to go. You'll be reborn. Somebody will wish you back. Happens all the time. I don't know if this is the version with the best performance. Generally speaking, the Xbox 360 ports have less screen tearing and better frames, but there are a few exceptions where that's not the case. I would presume that maybe the PS3 version has a slight advantage somewhere because Japanese developers probably had a better understanding at the time. But that era, that whole generation of games was just so weird like that. Like, for example, Earth Defense Force, I think it's like, what is it, 2049? There was like Insect Armageddon, Earth Defense Force, and then 2049, I think it was. Or is that Blade Runner? Either way. There's a version of Earth Defense Force. It's the third one on the PlayStation 3 and 360. Just after Insect Armageddon. On the 360, it runs at 30 frames, consistent frame rate, no screen tearing. On the PS3, it runs at 10 frames maybe. Screen tearing all the time. It was one of those cases that it was unplayable. Like, I had to take it back. And I usually don't take back games, even if they're terrible, but I had to take that one back. It was terrible. And then they released it, the same version, and they called it 4.1 on the PS4, and that one plays just fine. One tusk. Can I use it as a weapon? 2025, okay. Yeah, if you're going to pick up a version of 2025, definitely get yourself either the PS Vita version, which has some of the levels from it, or 4.1. The Vita versions are underrated. They play really well, and you can play up to like 4-player multiplayer seamlessly. I played a bunch of it with Kirk and Merc. Kirk and Merc. Kirk, Merc, and Herc. I'm Herc. Herc, or Murray. I take it they want me to shoot him since we're in a long range? Okay. I gotta build up my rage. What am I doing? I don't need to shoot him. I just need to punch him. 2. That works too. Whoa! Yeah, that EDF on the Vita, there's 2 of them. The first one's better. The first one is a port of the original, not the original, but the EDF on the 360. So, I don't know what that one's called, but the first EDF, I think it's just called Earth Defense Force 1 up on the Vita. That's a port of the 361, and it's great. It runs almost just as good as the 360 version. I was impressed. The second one, Earth Defense Force 2 on the Vita, is a port of the PlayStation 2 sequel to Earth Defense Force. And it's not as good. It's good, but not as good. Like, the visuals took a big hit. There's not as many weapons. The enemies are weird. The maps are pretty bad. Just get the first one. BioPhoenix would know. BioPhoenix did a little video series on EDF recently. Yeah, EDF 2017. Oh, it happened. It happened in Japan. The media just didn't want you to know. They were too focused on Trump stuff. The EDF is the real unsung heroes of 2017. Gammoth from Monster Hunter Generations. Thumbs up. That was cool.
Control yourself.
Immersing oneself in battle like that. Well done, Asura. That is so like you, Master. He almost looks scared of
Damn.
He just doesn't know what to do when she starts crying.
There's a good 10 cutscenes that I'm skipping right now. As I make my ascent of this tower. To be continued. It's pretty good. I will have to sit down and watch this, though. Feels weird saying that, but I guess I'm missing out on a huge portion of the game. "90% anime, 9% QTE. 1% fighting." I want to play something co-op on stream one time and get somebody who watches the channel to play with me. I need to find a good co-op game. It's been a while. Like, I have PlayStation Plus, so you guys like know or recommend anything that would be a good co-op game that I could play with somebody on the channel? Let me know. The only requirement, it has to be a little weird. If it's either a little weird or Japanese, I'll accept one of the two. I could also try on PC as well. So like PS3, PS4, Vita even. I can get the Vita hooked up. We could do something. And make things interesting. Wild Gun Reloaded. Oh, nice. The remake, or not the remake, I guess it's a port of the Super Nintendo one? I saw that in the store the other day. I almost picked it up, but I don't know. Did they add anything significant to the port or remaster, whatever it is? I should have picked that one up because the game I picked up instead was Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters. And I sort of regret that. I didn't know. So, I stroll into GameStop. I trade in a Switch game. They give me like $45 in store credit, which I wasn't expecting, but they were having some sort of sale. So the 3 games I picked up a new copy of Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters, Asura's Wrath, and then Izumi the Unemployed Ninja 2. And I could feel the cashier judging me the entire time. Actually, he wanted me to pre-order something. He was seriously hardline trying to get me to pre-order something like Smash, the new Smash game. I was like, it doesn't even have a release date. I don't know if it's a port. I was like, what about Travis Strikes Again? But I don't want to pre-order anything from GameStop because that means I would have to go back there at a later date. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather, like, get... Like, if Grasshopper releases a special edition of Travis Strikes Again, then I want to go through them. I don't want to go through GameStop and give them my business. The only thing I buy from GameStop are, like, weird Japanese games if they're complete in box. But 9 times out of 10, they aren't. I just stumbled upon a GameStop that just so happened to value keeping the box and instructions together. There's like one GameStop in my area that keeps, like, they hold on to DS boxes. Okay, so this makes me mad. Let me pause this for a minute here. Okay, let me get something real quick. Alright, so the Nintendo DS, they have these little clamshell boxes and stuff, and they're really durable and nice, and this one even has a Game Boy Advance slot in it, so I can keep Game Boy Advance games. But Trace Memory was $2 at GameStop, so I couldn't pass it up. The problem is, they keep their games in these tiny, like, little sleeves, like, just in a librarian filing system. And you have to, like, thumb through, like, hundreds of DS games to find something. So I got Trace Memory, but they didn't have the box for it, the manual, or the box art for that matter. So what I did is, like, I got an empty DS case, and then Kirk and we went up to Kinko's, and we started printing off all these custom DS box arts. And you can't even tell because I put this on the glossy paper. So there's one GameStop out of the 7. There are 7 within, I want to say, 50 miles of me. There are 7 GameStops within 50 miles. One of them holds on to the DS boxes. So I picked up this as well as Asura's Wrath. Because it's like, how many times out in the wild will you find Izumi the Unemployed Ninja 2 complete in box, in great condition, for like $15? So, it's weird. I feel conflicted. Like, when GameStop actually has stuff like that, I want to support them. But every other GameStop I go to, it's missing box art. It has spaghetti stains all up on the fucking box, or shit, or something worse. You open it up, and there's fucking weed smoke hitting you in the face. I hate that. And the Wii is also becoming that. Like, for the past 3 years, I've been scooping up all these, like, weird Wii games because I know that's the next to go. The Wii is the next to go. DS, I'm surprised is still around, but all the 3DSs are backwards compatible, so, like, it still has a little bit of life left in it. But, yeah, Wii and Wii U, PS3 might be soon to go. Like, because you go into their stores, and all you see is, like, you know, Finny the Fish, Finny the Fish figures. No, all you see is, like, Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise, Minecraft shit, superhero action figures. It's garbage. It's not a game store anymore. Oh, one more thing. I'm gonna blow up my camera real quick so I can show you this. Check this shit out. Check this shit out right here. Hi, old cat. This is the Onimusha 3 katana. My girlfriend got me this for Christmas. I still haven't tested it out. Yeah, this like came out right near the launch of the game, and Capcom and Hori put out this giant katana wireless controller, and it was like $20 at this retro game store. And I like stopped dead in my tracks. I was like, I gotta have this. I will probably never fully play through an Onimusha game with it. I might like on stream or something, but this thing is so fucking weird and hard to find. I don't even think it's expensive. It's just hard to find. And it's gross. All the rubber has melted on it, and it's sticky, so it sticks to your hand when you hold it. I'll have to show you guys this. We'll have to do a live stream of it. It's weird as fuck. As the hard rock is playing on Asura's Wrath the entire time. Alright, back to the game. Oh my god. Yeah, nothing personal, chat. I only have the Resident Evil 4 GameCube chainsaw, says Last Go Get It. Yeah, I've played on that one time. It also came, I think it was on GameCube and PS2. They released a variant of each. Yeah. There's only like one video up on YouTube of some dude playing with that Onimusha katana. And he's funny. Like, he realizes how stupid the whole thing is. Like, what a weird piece of gaming memorabilia is. Came out right before the Wii. The Wii stole all of its thunder. It could have been something special. Anyway, like, playing Onimusha is cumbersome enough because it's a survival horror Resident Evil style samurai game with very precise timing. So, like, playing that kind of game with that controller, I don't even know what to expect. I don't even know. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god! I gotta say, this game is wild. It had a bad start, but it is phenomenal now. I don't care if it's primarily boss fights. I'm having a good time now. This is great. It's everything I wanted it to be. I know Vanquish got a PC release recently. Did it come out on PS4 as well? Did Vanquish get a physical copy on PS4? I'd love to pick that up again. Almost there. I'm a QTE god. This is sweet. Oh, Vanquish didn't get a PS4 release? That's a shame. That's another one of those cases where the 360 version of Vanquish is the way to go. All right. Let me read chat here. I think I missed out on that turtle fight. All right. Turtle power, dude. Primarily boss fights is a strength. This game needs a spectacle like Naruto Storm. The last Naruto game I played, I actually have it. I'll show you. I'll show you the last Naruto game I played. I almost played one for my Shadows of the Damned review because Massimo Guarani also was a designer on that Naruto game on the PS3. I think it's called Way of the Ninja. This is the last one I played, Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. I love this fighting game right here. Getting people caught in your special moves, such a spectacle. Really underrated fighting game. I think it's up there with Smash. I know next to nothing about Naruto, but I love this game. I don't know if you can see it with all the glare, but yeah. Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. If they have any ports of this, if they have any like other Naruto fighting games that are worth playing, let me know, because I've played this one maybe 100 times with friends. It's a good game. All right, so we're about at the 2-hour mark. I think that's enough for today's cool stream. I'm going to go through and thank everyone who showed up that I can remember. Max, San Incense 992, Leonardo. He had to go to a birthday party, his dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Leonardo's dad in the future. Anthony Birch Fan Club, Tristan Bishop, King Fossil, FER, Red Goo 2, Geonix. Oh shit, I should play. I missed that QTE. The game was still playing while I was talking too. Bio Phoenix. Who am I forgetting? Last Go Getter. Going through. Taga Murtan. Random Utility. Random Utility is an old subscriber. I don't know how old they are, but they've been hanging with this channel for a while. So is San Incense. LP Grotus was in here for a second. Boom, 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 boom. And I think that's it. Ultimate Ninja 3 was your first. Was it a good game? Okay. Yeah, if they have any more of those Naruto fighting games, I love them. The GameCube, just playing fighting games on the GameCube, it had a series of just, I wouldn't call them floaty. They're not as technical, more loose-based fighting games that anyone could pick up and play. GameCube, man, just had a wild set of fighting games, and that Naruto was one of them. Also, the Wii had like a Team Minty smash up. There was a Ninja Turtles Smash Brothers game that was never heard from again after that, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for showing up, guys. Maybe we might do an Onimusha sword run any percent stream. I don't know if it's compatible with 1 or 2, but definitely 3.